And welcome to the Bitrix24 CRM Introduction webinar. My name is Vlad Kowalski. I do the marketing for Bitrix24 in the US and Canada. And today our webinar will cover the following things: mobile registration process, how you can invite team members via your mobile device, and of course a CRM introduction video. Now, I do hope everybody is staying safe, staying healthy. As you see here at Bitrix24, we are still working remotely from home. So let's get into the video. And if you do like and enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe, please. So with the Bitrix24 mobile registration process, it's much easier than ever to register a Bitrix24 account. And we can see that here in the video right to my left. In the link below, you will have a download link that will forward you straight to your app store, whether it be iOS or your Android Play Market. There you can actually download the Bitrix24 application, and it is 100% free of charge. So once you download the application, all you need to do is create a login, email, log in via social media profiles, Facebook, Google, integrate with Apple, whatever it is. Once you do create a email login, then you will be ready to actually create your full Bitrix24 portal. And of course, we can actually see what that looks like in real time. To the left of me, within seconds, you'll have a portal where you can fully connect and communicate and collaborate with your team and your team members. Once that is created, all you have to do is enter just some basic information in your profile: first name, last name, upload a photo if you would like, just to get started. And then as you see, that process is so simple, so easy. And if you remember from the Bitrix24 London presentation, that's where you might recognize me from. We kind of dove deep into the mobile application and saw the new features of it. And when we redesigned that mobile application, we wanted it to be able to fully replace your computer if need be. And especially during this time while everybody is working remotely, it just does that. And it does it very efficiently. So within a couple of clicks, you can fully register a Bitrix24 account free of charge, and you'll be ready to invite team members. So let's continue here, and we'll actually show you what the mobile team invitation process looks like. So here we see, again, our Bitrix24 profile that we just created, and our portal is ready to work. Very simple process. You could just click that plus right there. You'll have the option to invite your team members. Now you can do that in a couple of different ways, whether it be just copying a link that is provided, which you can share with your contacts if you are already on your mobile phone. You can also just email that or send that via social media sites, or just SMS to your contacts. So right away, they get the link, they can click on it, they can go ahead, make a profile, and get registered into the Bitrix24 ecosystem. Also, they can do this straight from their phone, so no need to access a desktop computer. Now, of course, the Bitrix24 mobile app has the nice option of fully customizing what you see in the app and how you see it. And we see that here with the customization settings. You can actually choose what your Bitrix24 app looks like based on what tool you use the most, whether it be communications, whether it be tasks, and that will actually change your icons below, so it's easier for you to navigate and work within the Bitrix24 ecosystem. Now guys, as you see, the mobile app is easy. It's easy to onboard clients. This process is no longer a headache. Anybody with the phone can just simply go ahead, download the application, and start using Bitrix24. So now we are actually going to dive in a little deeper into the CRM intro. Now let's continue with the Bitrix24 CRM intro. Here in this video, of course, we're going to start with the Bitrix24 address. which you see that is fully customizable. Now when you log in, you fully see your Bitrix24 on your browser. This is your whole portal and what it looks like. Of course, it starts out with the CRM that is fully changeable as the primary tool. So under the primary tools and the menu layouts, you can actually pick and choose how you want the menus to look. And based on your primary tool inside of the configuration menu setting, you can actually choose which tool helps you better run your business. For today's example, since we did create this profile and or company, this is going to be a CRM, as we are going to be just a B2B sales operation here. Next, of course, after you've chosen your primary tool, you can then go into your CRM and you can see how it is displayed from deals to your contacts, companies, analytics, products, and so on. A big important thing here, you must choose your CRM mode. And the CRM mode, as we see, can range from simple CRM to a classic CRM. Now the big difference here is just the inclusion of leads and deals. So if you do want your leads nurtured and then grow into deals, then of course you would choose your classic CRM. If you do want the simple CRM experience, then you won't have your leads in there. That's really all the big difference in those two things are. And of course, inside your CRM, you do have a different ways of views and how you can see your CRM. Now we see here is the Kanban View, a much more visual experience. I remember when I worked in sales, this is usually what you work with because you see the whole process visually. That usually helps close deals. Now, next thing we're going to talk about, which was highly discussed, was the import of leads. Now you can actually import leads very simply now, based on where you're importing them, whether it be leads or if you're importing deals. The process is fairly similar. You go in and all you need to do is just choose the type of file, which is usually going to be your CSV file, which you can simply create through Excel, which can just have, just maybe the client name, email, and contact information of how you want to get in contact with that lead. We'll see here as well, when you do create a CSV file, usually through Excel, it is going to be separated through semicolons. Everyone's who's made one of these, it's a simple process. I've made one here, as you see as well, just a couple of example names with example numbers and emails. You'll see how this transitions over into our CRM. And it's important to notice here as well that the names, number, and emails, you must choose how it is displayed in your CRM. So you can go in and choose the actual setting of displayment that you want. Here it's your first name will going to be the name, the number is going to be a mobile number, and your email will just be a work email. After you've done that, you can actually go ahead, click next, and then fully import the file. Once that's done importing, you will now see those leads in your leads section of the CRM. When you do click on the lead, of course, it will just display the basic information of that lead and what you need to know about it. When you view it through Kanban, same thing applies. And the one thing that is important to note here as well is that we do see the option for deals and contacts. And like I said earlier, it's basically the same importing process. I know with contacts, you do get a little bit more in-depth look because you can import, V cards, maybe if you are working with Apple or an iPhone, or if you are using Microsoft and Google, you can then import with different CSV files as well that you can create. And that's really what differences, from leads to deals. I know if you are running some kind of contact center and you do have a lot of leads that do come in and you have them from a different CRM, you can also integrate that as well. So you won't ever lose any of the leads. Everything gets transferred over here as well. It just really matters when you do import them that you import them under the right settings of how you want them to be displayed. Now that we've covered how to import leads both through the import methods of deals and contacts and leads, I think it's safe to move on to how analytics works in the CRM. Since we don't have too much information in the CRM right now, the analytics is going to be fairly simple. It's just kind of going to be a little bit more in-depth Kanban view of what's going on and how workers and people are actually working within the company. And of course we'll see that here coming up. This is just still finishing up that import process on contacts. And of course the contact information can be whatever it is that you want displayed, right? That's fully customizable as well. If you want this information to only be accessed by certain people, that's customizable as well. Again, we learned that in the London release a couple weeks back. But as far as contact importation, like I said, it's so much easier now, and you won't lose any information. And then the analytics, which looks very simple, very basic, but still gives you all the information you need: leads, how much money costed, who's doing what, how everybody's performing. And we'll slowly just move on here. How the whole lead process gets done, right? So if you go into any one of your leads, like we click on one of these, you can actually fully nourish and transition the lead into a deal. And then once you do complete that process, once a team member or worker does close that deal, you can actually see that generate in a deal contact company format. Usually I just like to make a separate deal for it, or just convert into a contact if it is going to be someone you do contact and sell to often. So that's why a lot of people I see do prefer Kanban, or just might be a little bit more used to it, because when you do click up top on the different things you can do with the lead to the deal, you get a visual representation, and it really helps you dial in and close the process and see it through fully. So let's continue on here. Next, of course, is just going to be the different menus we have inside your portal. So it's very easy to work with Bitrix24. I think everybody knows that. And of course, with all the different menus you have, everything's more customizable. If you want the menus to be collapsed, so you get a more in-depth portal look, you have that option as well. And you get much more options and customization, excuse me, in the general settings, which is usually, if you can't find it at first, remember, use that drop down menu. It will be in the lower half of the menu. When we do go into your taskbar, you can fully adjust how the taskbar looks for everybody, whether it be these tasks, calendar, drive, and so on. And this right here on the left hand side, we already covered. You can actually change based on your primary tool. Anytime you are going to be lost or confused inside your Bitrix24 CRM, it's important to know that you have the different options on your right hand side that will actually tell you right here, which will actually give you a help option. And our help option is, consisted of support 24 articles that our support team is constantly renewing and updating, and that information will always lead you onto the right path. On top of that, with your notifications, everything on your right hand side will make sure you're staying in contact. Remember, if you get lost, use the support. It will kind of walk you through on what to do and how to get it done right. Another great feature in Bitrix24, which is actually underlooked a lot, is our collapsible menus. So all the menus, like you just saw right there, the menu can get big, it can get small. Like I said, that's just all for a better pleasurable experience inside your Bitrix24 portal. I know that's a small thing, but I think it matters everywhere across the board. The easier you can stay inside your portal and navigate faster, I mean, the better it is to work inside Bitrix24. I think we can all agree on that. And now here I want to cover how we actually activate our trial. I know we saw already a couple of pop-ups that wanted us to activate the trial, and this is how you actually do it. Once you're inside your Bitrix24, on the bottom it says upgrade plan, or anytime you are in your plan settings or subscription settings, if you just download Bitrix24 for the first time, you can fully activate the professional version, which is really, no limitations. So you get a full flavor of what Bitrix24 has to offer. And this is such a great thing, especially now, because we are seeing so many companies switch over and so many companies working remotely. It's important to have a nice remote working tool which you can switch everybody onto and stay in contact, get things done, keep on selling. And now we don't restrict on the number of users on the free options, so everybody can join no matter the size of your company. You can all get dialed in, connected in Bitrix24 free of cost, right? Then you can go ahead, activate that 30-day professional use, and then see all the features and see if Bitrix24 is actually for you. Now guys, that was just a simple CRM intro video. I know it gets much deeper than that, and of course we will continue to make these webinars. I'll continue to make webinars. I have reached out to a lot of companies, and I've gotten some great feedback. So if you have not checked out the Bitrix24 London release, please do so. I will include a link with that in the description. And if you have any more comments or questions, feel free to ask them, and we will try to get a little bit more of these in-depth quick webinars going for you. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.